For all you boombox collectors out there, today I'm going to talk about my Aiwa TPR 940 stereo cassette recorder. This recorder looks like it was made about in the mid 70s. The styling is a little bit different. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the sharp, like the GFs, which kind of have like an industrial look to them. Looks like this thing predates that period. I don't have any of the successor models of this, like I think there's an Aiwa 990 or 970 or something like that. I haven't been able to pick one of those up, but I've got this unit here, and it's a pretty cool and classy unit. As far as the controls go, it has a push button here for you can check the light or the battery level. It also has a switch where you can switch between normal tape and chrome tape. Here, the one on the left here, the one I'm moving now, that's for your recording level control. You can either put it on manual or automatic. And if you put it on manual, there are controls here in the back where you can adjust the recording level. It also has the mono, stereo, and stereo wide switches. And of course it has your main function switch where you can switch between cassette, radio in or line in, and sleep function, which I guess shuts everything off once a cassette plays. Also, it has the on-off memory switch. What that is for, I couldn't exactly tell you. I haven't used that yet because I really don't listen to cassettes. It has a reset button for the counter, which is evidently not working right here. Or not working correctly, so I'm going to have to open this thing up again. It has a loudness switch. It has all of your regular cassette player record functions like pause, stop, eject, your fast forward, your play, and rewind, and your record. And we over to the right here, you'll have your tone controls, bass and treble. This thing here is the balance. The one on the right is the volume. This, of course, is the tuning knob. And you have your automatic frequency control here to control radio station drift. And here you'll have your regular AM. You have two shortwave bands, and you have your FM band. There's also a full-sized headphone jack there, and of course you have your meters right here, two analog meters, and of course you have one single antenna, which is for the FM and the shortwave. The other one for the AM is actually inside the housing. Oh, and it also does have microphones, built-in microphones on the left and on the right. Another thing I like about this unit, it has, of course, your speakers left and right. Also, which is kind of really unusual, there's another larger speaker in right there. So actually you can see it has like 4 larger speakers. And to be honest, it sounds pretty good. Now I'm going to take a look at the back of the unit. It has antenna connectors here. You can hook up an external antenna. Of course, it has a battery compartment like every Boombox has. I think this thing takes 6 so-called D batteries. So here's the connection panel. Of course, you got your, here in the back you have your oscillator control. I think that's also called the beat control. You can hook up two external speakers, 4 to 8 ohms. Has I have a European model. This has the DIN record playback output. Has a line out. You can hook up microphones left and right, and what's really cool, it has a line in, so you can hook up your MP3 player or your cell phone without a problem. Of course, it has your regular, has a power cord connector, and also it can be run off of a 9-volt DC power supply. It's actually not a large cassette player. It's very compact. I've opened one of these things up. In fact, I worked on this, and there's no wasted space inside. It's not like, say, for example, opening up a Sharp where you got a lot of empty air. This thing is packed. As far as the size is concerned, it's around 40 centimeters long or wide, and it's about, with the handle up, you can see that right there, it's about, that's a 12-inch ruler right there, a 30 centimeter ruler, and it's about 27 centimeters high, and the width, I measured it here, it's about 11 centimeters, or right over 4 inches. Here's the radio when it's on. I just turned the cassette recorder on. You can see the stereo indicator bulbs on. It's working, and I'm going to turn it up a little bit. That was the radio. And here's the cassette, how the cassette sounds.